Magic Door, track 3 on the album. Very good.
Thanks very much.
But you're getting a lot of positive responses there from.
Yeah, it's pretty positive. I got a great review there in the Fingal Independent, which is brilliant, and I've a few copies sent into that website, and just waiting for them to kind of listen to them and waiting for a hot press review. And there's a lot waiting around, to be honest with you, you know. But yeah, like positive enough, you know. Can't complain.
And you played all the instruments on the album.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I kind of the drums was a bit of a problem because I'm not the best drummer in the world, but I used an electronic drum kit and just recorded the beats, and then myself and the guy who recorded it, we kind of, you know, looped the beats and planned them out and all stuff like that. So yeah, that was, I'm taking credit for the drums obviously, but the other instruments then, yeah, I played as well. So.
Sure, we'll let you off if you can't play one instrument.
Yeah, no, I can play drums. I just didn't want to do it, you know, without listening to the rest of the instruments.
So when you were writing the album itself, or did the lyrics come before the music, or did you get a few chords together and then put a few lyrics over it?
Yeah, it was a bit of both. Yeah, some songs were lyrics first, other songs were music first, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think now of particular songs. Generally, I get the music going first. Generally, that's how it happens, and then I put the lyrics on. But sometimes I just write something, leave it in a little notebook, and then come back to it another day. And sometimes you mismatch different songs together. And it's all different, you know. It's good.
So, who would you say would be your musical inspirations?
Inspirations, not influences. No, inspirations.
Well, we'll do inspirations first. Then
Inspirations,
influences.
Who inspires me? There's no one really inspires me, to be honest with you. Life inspires me more than musicians, I suppose. But tell you who actually. No, actually, there's one musician who did inspire me a bit. Two of them actually. There's a band called Silverchair who a lot of people hate for a good reason. But when I was in Sydney, I was just reading a book on them, and I hadn't heard any. I probably had their first album years ago, and they're a kind of band that, you know, you don't even know are still going, and then you hear, oh, they've a new album. So I got the new album, and it was absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was brilliant. Like, it was totally different to what they used to do. And the main man there, Daniel Johns, kind of, he's a bit of a genius if you ask me. He's just, he kind of gets really sick after he makes albums. He had arthritis and he had bulimia and all these different things, and they always happened after he recorded an album just because he put so much into them. So I'd respect him a lot. I think he's very intelligent. I think he's very talented. Influences then, I suppose, it's fairly obvious from the album. I went through a phase of really liking Irish singer-songwriters like Mundy and Paddy Casey and stuff like that. So some of the tunes, the acoustic ones, would be, you know, kind of influenced by them. And then there'd be other, the rockier songs then be kind of influenced by probably Green Day or Manic Street Preachers, like Dash and Nirvana. A few other bands. So there's a bit of a mixture, you know, but I'm a big fan of U2, but I wouldn't say they've influenced me musically much.
No. Well, sure, I guess the different styles, like you said, like Mundy and Paddy Casey, and then going with Green Day is a kind of like a sort of a difference that you kind of need for albums.
I suppose,
a bit of variety on the album for people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to have different tastes, and, you know, I'd be a big fan of Nat King Cole at the same time because he's an amazing singer, and, you know, even some classical music as well, you'd listen to for different reasons, just to chill out and stuff. But it's amazing. I think when you're 16, 17, you hear music, and at that age, that's the stuff that really settles inside your head.
Yeah.
And from then on, I don't think they influence you as much, maybe because you're older, or I don't know.
Older and wiser, maybe.
Older and wiser, you've less time to be listening to music all the time, you know.
Exactly. Now, since the album release, would you still consider making music and selling music a hobby, or is it fast becoming a full-time sort of job?
No, it's not a full-time job. Not at all, because it's just so hard being a musician in this day and age. You know what I mean? It's with the recession. You know, we've all heard about things, you know, going down the tubes. But I feel very sorry for full-time musicians who are extremely talented people and hard-working people. But I just don't think music is is respected as much as someone maybe who's a doctor and might work 12 hours. Like, I mean, bands in the studio, you know, for months on end, 12 hours a day doing their thing, and you know they might be paying for it themselves and not getting paid at all. You know, so no, I'm not full time. I'd love to be full time, but
I guess people only see the other side of the coin when people bands that do make get lots of money and then just waste it on crap, and that's why they don't have respect for.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, there's different levels of being a musician. You can be totally broke, you can be kind of struggling, you can be making a living, or you could be a millionaire. It's different levels of it, you know.
Exactly. Well, so any more gigs coming up?
I'm playing on Saturday. After the album launch I decided to I didn't decide, I was asked to do a gig in Baldoyle Library of all places, so it's very glamorous, you know. And it's on Saturday, and it's on at 3 o'clock in Baldoyle Library. Upstairs there's a kind of a big room there, a lovely window. So that'll be on 3 o'clock on Saturday. On Monday night I'm playing in Captain's Live in Blanchardstown. Tuesday night I'm playing in Sweeney Mongrels in Dame Street. And then I'll probably be in either of those again the following week, and then New Year's Eve I'm playing a big gig out in Murray's and Lusk. So there's a good few coming up. So you know, it's kind of sometimes it gets kind of quiet around Christmas anyway. You know, there's less live music going on, and you know you're gearing up for the new year, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of gigs there, so.
Yeah, can't complain, you know.
Yeah. Play on until the new year anyway, and then see what happens after it, you know.
That's true.
So we're going to go into another track. Do you want to give another brief intro into this before we play?
Yeah, this is a track. It's kind of it's very much acoustic track with a bit of harmonica, and it's totally different to the original track you played, the Magic Door. It's a bit more laid back. Basically, when I was in Tasmania, I was at a place called Port where all the convicts from Ireland and Scotland and England and Wales were sent to. And there was a guy there called William Smith O'Brien who was given his own cottage. And he was given his own cottage as opposed to a cell because he was a political prisoner. And he was trying to get independence from Britain and stuff like that. But basically he was given a cottage, and the guys in charge of the jail said, if you promise not to leave, we'll let you go. And he said, no, I'm not promising anything. So he stayed there for 5 years voluntarily. And then the people of Port Arthur signed a petition and said to him, Asher, will you just make the promise and I'll let you go? So he did, and they let him go. So I just heard the story, and it's a kind of song. I've never written a song like that before, but I just kind of started writing more historical kind of tunes, and it's just all about him, and I just think it's brilliant that he kind of voluntarily stayed in Tasmania first of all, and then in prison there just to stand his ground and state his case, you know.